guys, Joebizz34 back again. It's been a while, and I've had some things going on in my personal life that kept me away from the hobby a little bit and off the forums and doing vids, so I had to take a little break and just take care of some things personally, but I'm back, and I just wanted to show you guys something I've been working on that, you know, just mainly just for myself. I had to sell... Well, I shouldn't say had to. I wanted to. I wanted to sell the special Hot Toys reworked custom Indiana Jones that I had bought a year ago and showed a video of it. That was the famous one that was redone by Elvis, 1976, repainted by him, but then also used the clothes that were done by Kato that is very sought after, and that's really mostly what jacked up the price. It's a grail piece for sure. And I wanted to figure out a way to have my cake and eat it too, because I wanted to sell it. I had to clear out some things. I wanted to sell some things to kind of lean my collection a bit, but I still wanted an indie in my collection, but I wanted the money, and I needed money for other things. So it worked out. So I did sell the Indiana Jones figure to somebody who really wants him and approached me first about it. And I'm glad. And I mentioned this in my last video where I showed that indie still in my display case in the basement. So I sold him that indie, and I'll never, be able to replace that as far as the clothing and stuff. But the one thing I felt I could do is redo my own Hot Toys indie and try to make them pretty special, so that this way I get the money, somebody else gets to appreciate that indie, and I still have a cool indie in my collection that I'm proud to call mine. And that's what I think I accomplished here. I'm not saying this is better. I'm not saying, it's different. I think I got the repaint pretty close. This is a Hot Toys head sculpt, and I did repaint it myself. And I'm not going to lie, I've done this before. I mean, I showed you my Temple of Doom indie where I kind of redid the face as well before I even had the other one. And I did use the custom one that I sold as reference, like to kind of take a look at it and see what was done to the paint job that made the face stand out a little more and kind of scream a little more Harrison. And I kind of mimicked it a little bit, but then I added my own flavor as well, because I did want it to be my own. And I think what I came up here was pretty good. It definitely is an improvement over the Hot Toys original paint with the the dark mascara eyelids, I should say, as they always complain about. I did take care of getting rid of those. Repainted most of the face, added some coloring, added a little shine for sweat, and all in all, I think he came out really good. I weathered the hat a little bit more. I adjusted the hat, I reshaped it a little bit, so it's kind of got a little more of that dip there. And it's been an ongoing process, because like I said, I took my time, and what I did was, since I don't have access to Kato's clothes anymore, or anybody else that's making custom Indiana Jones clothes these days, which, whether it's Sovereign Studios or whatever, you can't really find those anymore. So what I wanted to see if I can make a really cool looking indie that's improved, but using the resources I have. So what I basically did was I mixed the best of both worlds from the Sideshow Indiana Jones and the Hot Toys Indiana Jones, because I think there were some things about the Sideshow indie that was a home run and others that were failures, and the same thing goes for Hot Toys. Although I think Hot Toys got it more right, I think the main problem with Hot Toys was the problem with the face and the coat. I didn't like the jacket on Hot Toys' coat. I never did. Matter of fact, if anybody watches my videos, they know that I reused the Hot Toys indie jacket, painted it, I stripped it and painted it orange, and ended up making it a custom jacket for my Snowspeeder Empire Strikes Back Hoth Luke. And people in their wildest dreams would say, why would you use something brown and make it orange? But you know what? It worked. I did it, and I've showed that custom, and I've gotten a lot of praise for it. And I customized it to look a little bit more like the Screen Use jacket, and it worked out. So that jacket was used there. So I had other indie jackets or knockoff. I had the Relic Hunter one that looks real cool and is real leather, but a little too thick and too big for 1/6 scale these days. It looks a little out of place. So what I noticed is that the Sideshow Indiana Jones jacket from the Raiders version, from their original version from 2008, I think actually was a really cool looking indie jacket. What I like about it is it's thin. It's got the nice cool zippers that they actually do look in scale. And the collar is nice and neat and folded in place, so it fits, it drapes well naturally. and it's thinner, and it's dark. That's the main thing. Raiders had, he wore a leather jacket, and it is brown, but it's like a dark brown, almost black in certain lighting. And I think that's the key to really making it look like, an official indie jacket. So I liked that jacket, okay? Overall, it is from 2008, so yeah, it's not perfect, but, with a little, again, like I always say, TLC, I think you could really kind of bring out the excellence, actually, in the accomplishment of this jacket. And the clothing, one thing with Sideshow and even like old Hasbro stuff, the clothing sometimes was not the problem. It was the figure itself or the sculpt, the head sculpts. But there's really some gems if you really look. And, and it's certainly a cheaper alternative, if you don't have the money or the capability of finding, more expensive custom clothing. So like I said, I utilized the Sideshow jacket, and I like that it's a little bigger because it was made for a bigger body. Not maybe wider, but, taller. The Sideshow's body's a little taller. And on the Hot Toys Indie body, the body it comes with, it kind of fits better and fits a little more natural. It's a little baggier, gives a little more room to pose and stuff. The other thing I replaced is the pants. These are Sideshow Indiana Jones pants. Okay, once again, the thing I noticed about the one I had that was done by, with Kato's clothes, is that, it actually was baggier and draped over the shoes in a more natural way. And the Hot Toys pants fit just a little too perfect. So I replaced and weathered the Sideshow indie pants and went with that instead. And I darkened the pants just a tad, so it's a little darker than the light khaki color to be more screen accurate. And it came out really well. And you know what? It's my top secret. I found a new way of weathering and dyeing stuff to make it darker that also, you can't really pick it up maybe on the camera, but let me see if I can focus in there and get you guys to really see. If you notice, it's hard to see. It really is. I mean, you can see it in person. Let me see if I take some of the light off of it. Maybe. But there's a certain, like, dirty texture, like a weathering texture that is now in the pants. And I'm sorry, guys. I apologize if you can't really see what I'm talking about. I could see it a little bit on the camera, so hopefully you guys can pick this up, when you watch it. But I didn't do a tea bath. I didn't do a coffee. I did something else. And you know what? It's the best of the three, I think. And maybe I'll tell you someday. I don't know. It's no big thing. But anyway, it's my little secret for now. And it came out really cool. Really natural, I think really naturally worn and weathered looking without being overdone, and it proceeded to make it accomplished what I wanted by making the color of the pants a little darker. The shoes are Hot Toys. Everything else is pretty much still Hot Toys, except for the jacket and the pants. Okay, the shirt underneath, the white shirt, weathered and redone by me. The bag and his little sandbag here that he uses to replace with the golden idol, the golden head, is all Hot Toys. Because Hot Toys, does make excellent accessories and all that stuff, the belt and everything. The whip is Hot Toys. The hat is Hot Toys. So, really, the main thing I did was, let me see if I can put a little light back on it, just enough to give it a little essence there. There you go. The main thing that really makes this figure shine, I think, is reworking and weathering the clothes and replacing some parts with maybe other parts and repainting the face. The face is the biggest thing, man. The minute you start to repaint that thing, it really starts to scream more Harrison, and it really brings his likeness out more. So the sculpt is there. I really do think that the paint is the biggest part of what went wrong. I mean, it's not perfect. It still isn't the perfect Harrison Ford likeness, and it's still hard to capture. But I definitely think it's better, than it was before. I'll turn them around a little bit so you can see the behind here. I mean, nothing really too much to show, but there's his bag. Okay. So, and like I said, overall, with adding some of the Sideshow clothes, I really think it completes the figure and makes it stand out a little more. It makes it look a little more Raiders, a little more authentic, and I added a little Sculpey that I used on his shoulders just to kind of widen and bulk up his shoulders just a little bit to make the coat hang a little more natural than it does on the body naturally, and I think that worked out too. But I don't know, you guys, you be the judge. Did I succeed in making myself a decent compilation prize? I guess that's what since I had to give up that other indie, did I succeed? I think I did, and I'm proud of the figure. And like I said, it certainly fills the void enough for me for now. So I hope you guys like it too. And there's pictures on my forum, my thread on Sideshow, so go check them out if you want to see more detailed pictures and all that. But that's it. Quick vid. Hope you guys like it. Till next time, peace out.